My name is Catherine Morris. I'm the founder and executive director of Boston Art Music Soul Fest, better known as BAMS Fest. By nature, I'm a creative strategist, I'm a convener, and I love brokering relationships in Boston and beyond. I started BAMS Fest basically through my college experiences in Philadelphia. I love the city, it's great, it's got an artsy culture scene. And I participated in 2 different internships that changed my life and really persuaded me that events and festivals were the pipeline for talent, convening community, and exploring creative imagination. So I came home to Boston and looked around and recognized there was not a festival that really centered on and elevated Black artists, creative entrepreneurs, and what Black artistry has contributed to the city's narrative, identity. I started to understand I had to create smaller events and opportunities for cultural exchange and artistic expression and access to arts and culture for Black and brown people over a course of time. And so for the first 3 or 4 years, we would do anywhere from 6 to 12 events a year, garnering the support and trust of our community about our ability to be able to actually produce a large-scale festival. Convincing my own people that this vision was actually going to happen was one of the biggest challenges, because even people who were near me didn't quite believe it because it hadn't happened yet. Like, who's doing that in Boston? I am, I'm gonna do it. And I'm qualified to do it. And hear all the experiences and things that I've done. Then the final thing was getting my work and ideas and my vision supported financially. And there were so many challenges in terms of my business plan wasn't right for certain people, or I didn't have enough political support, or even being from Boston, certain neighborhoods didn't respect me because I just wasn't from the block, or so they thought. So financially, it was very hard. I invested $22,000 of my personal money to start this organization. So what I could have used to pay off my student loans, I used to invest in this organization, and it is the best investment I've ever made. Black excellence to me is wearing a cape that's made out of Teflon. And that no matter what it endures, no matter if the wind is rocky or if it's subtle, if it rains, if it pours, if there's thunder, if there is tornadoes, it doesn't matter. It's unbreakable. It might lose a thread. It might be uneven on the edges, but it's tough. And that when that cape is spread wide, it covers the people who don't have a moment to be heard, seen, and made visible. And so I firmly believe that with BAMS Fest as an organization, we cover those to give them room to be their most authentic and creative self, for them to be human and seen as human, and to express what their lived experiences are, but also the collective times that they're in that often gets put to the side and picked at when it's convenient for other people. People should support BAMS Fest if you are committed to equitable change for all people. We're at a pivotal moment in our generation, our time, where if we don't start valuing arts and culture as a norm in our life, it's gonna look very dull in the future. Everything that we wear, colors, clothes, the headphones you have, the laptop screen you use, someone designed that. The songs that you choose, someone created that so that you can live your best life or grow through a traumatic experience. The concerts that you go to, the people who make those shows happen, they're a creative person. But it requires equitable change, economic opportunity, education, for us to see each other again, both a little difference of a lens, where it's not about your job title, it's about the human being in you. It starts there. So supporting BAMS Fest means that we have a fighting chance of making sure that we're connected through our imagination, through our lived experiences, but most importantly in the shared spaces that are going to make future generations much more successful, willing to grow within that community, and more importantly, make ourselves vulnerable to each other.